Hello once again, Pastor John Carlo, Senior Pastor of the Christian Pentecostal Church in Staten Island. We've been studying on the subject of the Doctrine of Angels. Very interesting topic. As we were talking about last week, we see there's different scriptures and different times when angels have shown themselves. Now, they're not human as we are, but they are innumerable. And of course, the only one that really knows how many there are is God himself. At times they are seen of men and women and so on. But again, they are there for a reason that God has sent them. Also, we also see about them, it's interesting, you put them next to people. They possess separate and individual personalities, which is interesting, right? And they also have some interesting personality things. For example, intelligence. They're intelligent. They can make decisions and so on. In Daniel 9 and 21, we see that. They also have a will in the sense of to carry out what they're sent for, what to do. And of course, they have emotion. Many times in the Bible, we see them described that way. In the book of Job, we see that they're described. When Jesus was born, we see a decision of the angels in heaven. And again, we see that because of this, God has special things for them to do. One thing is interesting about them is that they're stronger than men and women. Look what it says here in Psalm 103. Bless the Lord, ye angels, that excel in strength, that do his communications and his commandments, hearken unto the voice of his word. We see as we read the story of Jesus at times, they appeared for him, not only when he was born, but at times in his ministry and so on. It says, and the Lord shall be revealed from heaven and with his mighty angels. And it's talking about the future, one day in heaven. We also seen through the word of God that angels are smarter than men. And it's interesting to note that we already spoke about already. A third of them at one time you would think would be untouchable when it comes to doing anything against God. Were able to be talked by the devil himself into coming against God. Kind of really unbelievable in that sense. But angels, as a rule, are smarter than men. They know more about what's happening on, and they know more about the world as it is. They are swifter than men. Look what it says in Daniel 9 and 21. Yea, while I was speaking in prayer, an angel was caused to swiftly touch me. In Revelation, we see it, and I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven. At times, angels have come to send messages to people in different situations. Again, and I keep using that word again because it's hard to describe them in that sense against human people. We also, as we look at the whole story of them, we find that they have rank, just like in a military type of operation. There are archangels. One of them by the name of Michael. His name means who is like God. Wow. And we also see many times when God's angels came at times and places. As example, when Jesus was born, to stand there in the heavens and to help show the world at the time who Jesus was. Another angel, Gabriel, is called the mighty one of God. And we see many different times that God uses angels to protect as well as to help and help us as Christians. Look at some of the things that angels were known for in the Word of God. When they announced the birth of Jesus Christ, and with the shepherds. There he was, pronouncing Jesus coming into this world. We see a time when he strengthens Christ, when Christ went through a whole time of persecution with the devil. An angel came and strengthens him. He frees the apostles from prison. Beautiful story. The Apostle Paul is in prison, and an angel comes and walks right through the whole place. Doors in every other place, let chains be open and so forth, to rescue Paul, the man that God had put him there for a reason. He sends help up into the desert in Gaza to meet the eunuch in Acts. He instructs Cornelius to send for Peter. He frees Peter from the prison. He executes wicked Herod and so on. He assures Paul on the deck of a sinking ship that they were not going to die. He also will sound the trumpet at the rapture. Wow. Imagine one day when Jesus has said, whatever the time is to begin for the rapture, and here is this angel sounding the trumpet. I don't know what kind of trumpet it is, but it's going to go and be heard around the world, I'm sure, and even in hell. Again, we're going to keep talking about angels and realize this. They're there to protect God's people. They are there many times to give direction. But the good thing about the whole story is that God has made a way that we are protected from the devil who would want to kill us and destroy us. And he can't touch us because we have a bodyguard that's with us all the time. So as we continue reading about angels, remember this. God is God. He can do all things in every way and so on and so forth. And yet that he chose us to be his son and daughter. And one day to join the angels in the heaven of heaven. Never, never to be hurt, punished, or even death. So again, next week we'll be talking more about this wonderful creation of God, angels. God bless you.